Hey folks, this is Jake Davis with an on-the-fly review for you. And today I'm talking about Companion, released earlier this month. This film is directed by Drew Hancock, and it stars Jack Quaid and Sophie Thatcher. The whole setup here is an awkward but infatuated young woman and her perfect boyfriend are going to go to an isolated, remote, massive townhouse with two other couples and have a nice weekend getaway. And of course, almost as soon as they get out there, it turns out nothing and no one are what they seem. I thought this was a great movie, and I highly recommend going into this movie completely blind. This is a great example of modern films, especially with horror movies, where a trailer just tells you too much. The teaser trailer for Companion was brilliant. It was simple, it was scary, it was mysterious, it grabbed you. The second trailer tells you too much. You know too much now. The Monkey was like that. Shows you too much in the trailers. Compared to something like this guy's last movie, the same crew behind it, Jack Quaid, I think his name is, or Quaid. Wise Kid You Know guy, he directed Barbarian, which was great. That movie was so brilliant. The way it was both promoted and released. It showed you so little. It doesn't even have to be horror movies. Look at the house itself. Well, there's a lot of variables that went into why Avengers Endgame was as successful as it was. But in the marketing for that film, they showed you as little as they possibly can. Anyhow, this movie was terrific. Jack Quaid is once again really establishing himself as a mainstay in the genre, genre films like, we got The Boys, Scream, who's terrific in. Now this upcoming movie called Novocaine. I'm not sure. I'll see it, but I think the premise to that movie is kind of silly. Sophie Thatcher, straight off her terrific performance in Heretic, which was a great movie, and I didn't like the Boogeyman, but she was memorable in it. She's excellent in this. Wonderful, wonderful performance. I also really got to praise the photography in this movie. I think when you're dealing with horror films that take place almost entirely in daylight, not entirely, but almost entirely in daylight, are very difficult to pull off. And I always love it when they try to challenge themselves. This sense of just the massive, overwhelming exposure of it all, like there's nowhere to hide. I love that. And the soundtrack, I gotta point this out. I love this kind of stuff. I need to praise it when it happens, because it's another thing that's becoming rarer and rarer. The proper use of music in a movie. I always love soundtracks. Now, when I say this is a great soundtrack, I don't mean like, oh, this is my favorite Bee Gees song. No. What I'm saying is that it was a perfect blend of the right song for the right moment to complement the scene that it appears in. But so many times you see where they just a needle drop, completely distracting, or just ruins the scene. A perfect example of that would be It Chapter 2. Eddie goes in the basement. Pennywise comes at him as the hobo. He throws up in his mouth and start playing Angel in the Morning. Ruins the whole mood. Kills the scene. But positive contrast is Deadpool and Wolverine playing the Grease song in the car fight. Complements that scene. Anyhow, I'm giving this movie 4.5 stars. I don't know if it's perfect, but it's pretty damn close to perfect. And hell, it's a movie I've already gone back to see a second time. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Definitely check out Companion as soon as you get a chance. It's worth your time. I'm Jake Davis, and I'll catch you on the fly.